Hi everyone, hope you're having a great weekend. Cheeky Chap Gaming, keeping it simple-ish. Um, I've had a request to find out how I use the map because somebody's mentioned they've seen all these icons on the map. What do they all mean? Basically, if we press the map key here, you can scroll over them, so you can see I've opened up a fair bit of the map. Not a lot actually. There's a massive map to this, right to the edge all the way around. But I'm restricted in here until I complete a few quests. But you can go down the roads and open up the darkness, and it opens up. But there are some points that you can get into the next area of the map, but you have to complete quests before you can do it. So you can see if you highlight over them all, I've unlocked like the big market, um, the fort arena. You can fight matches in there. That's pretty cool. Bria, that's your start village town. Stirrup, and there's also I've done the market and a big market, so I've got four undone at the moment, plus the castle. And there's a few areas around which, like the Bucks Farm, the village. You can defend the village, get a quest from there, and defend the village. So it's pretty cool. There's loads of way of making coin in this game, but the most important thing is that you can visit. Oh, there's a black market there as well, by the way. You can visit all these places and you can partake in stuff that's going on in them. And how you do that is pretty simple. So, let me just go back to maps. You can see this tells you everything about what's going on, party, main quest, side quest, etc., etc. So you can see all that interests. Now, if you left click, let me just take it off pause. So if you left click when you get in here, you can access the town. So you have to walk to the town first, but then you get access to it. Now, when you get access to it, you've got all this information on the left-hand side here. It's pretty straightforward, really, but it's great. You don't have to enter into the town and run around the town to see a merchant or anything. You can literally, let me just make sure I've got the right thing on. Yeah, I've got my buy thing on. So let's start with the tavern. So if you click on the tavern, you've got like four options. Well, one is return, so you've got three options. So you can rest, so you can choose dining, and that, so you can see mine's like 98% at the moment. There's no point in spending any coin. It tells you how much it costs and what you get. So that restores 20% of your morale, 50% and 60% of your satiety, and then that's a combination of two. But if you flick to the room, you see you also get vigor and satiety. So this one does the both. So that one does just the vigor, and the top one does vigor as well. But the different options give you different prices, and you can use a combination of the two, which is what I do regular. That's your rest, and then you've got recruit. So you can click on the recruit. Let me just close that one there. So you can click on the recruit, and you can click on each of these characters here rather than going into the tavern and actually eyeballing one and having a chat. So it tells you everything you need to know on this page here, which is, I think it's great. Really cool thing. So it tells you how much it costs wage wise, but that's the initial cost that you have to pay 14 silver and 73 copper. And that's how much the weekly wages are. And that's because this person's level 5. Um, there are a few things that you can do. You can get a training skill to train these people up quicker by camping and training, etc., etc. But I'll just touch on what these are really. So you can see all the stats. You can see what it is. Each level of mastery increases dual weapon. Blah blah. Class. So they're a duelist and they're a berserker. So they've taken the two. And if you're not sure what that means, you can click on the abilities tab here at the bottom, and then you can look at duelist and berserker. So there's your berserker, so you know what skills that person can learn. So if you want that character, you can take. All right, I want it because that's got that, and she's also got that. But the other thing you need to look at as well is weapons. So let me close this so we can look and see if she's got any weapons. She's got dual weapons, but it doesn't tell you what weapon skill she's got, whether she has a skill or not. But you don't know whether she's using, because she's got two weapons. She might have a one-handed skill as well. But down here it tells you the traits, so she might not have it. It's really difficult to figure it out. So these are all relevant traits. It's like our traits. If we click on my character here, you can see I've got traits as well. So And let me just click and see if any of my other guys have got smithing, cooking. Yeah, it doesn't tell you that they've got. I think it's talents where it tells you where. Yeah, it's your talents, and you can't see the talents on them because they're hidden, which is very crafty in my opinion. You might be able to see them if you do actually go into the. We'll have a look in a minute. So you can see this person's unarmed and got shield. Again, shield, unarmed, but this person's also got a one-handed. So that's what you need. If they've got one-handed, then you can use the. Oh, it's K by the way. If you see, there's a letter K there to open that up. So if they have got one-handed, then you can go to where one-handed is, and you know that they've got a skill in that, and that's what you need to find out. So we'll go and check this Uldra out in a minute and see if she's got a one-handed skill, just for the video more than anything else. Or any of these. It doesn't really matter which one. So you can see all the skills. Oh yeah, so look, you don't need to. So we can see this person's got the skill one-handed. So that's where it is. It's under weaponry master. So she's dual. So she can use both weapons. So that'll be under the duelist thing. But it still doesn't tell you whether it's got a one-handed weapon. So she probably isn't. So I would be tempted not to hire her. I would prefer someone who's got an actual skill, like they've got a skill in one-handed, so you can train that person's one-handed skill up. So that's where that's going to be, and then they've got the class ability as well, which is they're a gladiator and a defender. So the class is a gladiator and defender. So the defender is this, which I am on my character, and the gladiator is the where's the gladiator gone? Gladiator. Where's gladiator? Is it on here? No. I can't see the gladiator skill because I've not learned it. But it should be under the class. It should be here, gladiator. Ranger. Yeah, it's not here. I can't see it because I don't have the ability to learn that skill, but you would see it on here because that's what the class is. So it tells you there, class, defender, and gladiator. You can buy books though. So if you go to different places, which you'll see, I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, so he's a gladiator. This guy has got two-handed, so he's using a two-handed weapon, which is cool. So he's a commander and a duelist, so we can use two weapons. So you can flip over. What that means is you can swap between. We have to be outside and into combat for this, but you can actually swap and change weapons. So you get the choice. You could see how you get that sign there. When you go into combat, you get the choice before you go into combat to select either or. So he could be a two-hander. So you could have a two-handed axe and a two-handed sword, which has got different abilities on it. So, for example, if we look at mine, let's find a weapon that's got some example on it. So I think I've got rid of them all, and they haven't got any. Yeah, normally if you buy a weapon, it tells you get +3, like it says +3 there against orcs or whatever. So you could, if you're fighting an orc and you've got an orc sword, you can make sure you're using your double-handed orc sword. Or if you've got a human axe, then you can make sure you're using your human with the +3 benefit for using that. So that's what that there's for. So you might think, well, why would I want two weapons? It increases the weight of whatever you're carrying, but it has its usefulness, so it is pretty cool, to be fair. So yeah, and the last person in there is a one-handed person, again a defender and a rogue. So that means that this person could use a dagger and a shield, which is kind of bizarre. You'd want to, if you was a rogue, but you'd need to have dual, like the other person, and you need to be dual wield, dual weapon. So you'd have to get the skill for that to carry two daggers, which I find is bizarre, but it's kind of how the class system works in this game. So this would have a shield in one hand and a dagger in the other, which is kind of bizarre as a rogue, isn't it? And they haven't got any other rogue traits. If you look at it, they've got quick learner, which all humans get. They've got indecisive, which is -5 violation, and lazy, so the vigor decreases faster. So that some of these negative ones, that's why it's really cool that you can get to look at them. But anyway, that's that. Let's not spend too long in here. Then it's party, so I can look at my party, and you can move your party people around. So if you wanted to try one of them characters out for a week, you can move one of your guys onto the caravan. So let's take my guy, say, look, I'm moving to the caravan. So that gives you a free up slot. But you have to have the caravan to be able to do that. That's another issue. You have to acquire that skill. So marketplace, this is pretty cool as well. So you can see here, I've got caravan. It's opened up for me. I'm not going to spoil it. I don't want to tell you guys how to do this, but you can purchase individual things for a certain amount of money. Then you can upgrade them, but you need to have these things in your inventory so that you can upgrade it, and it tells you what it restores. And you'll notice it's got like a number next to it, 1 of 3. So you can see I've already upgraded this twice. I could upgrade this again. Capacity, have I got it? I can't. I'm missing something, so I'm missing 4 ropes, I think. So if I had 4 ropes, let me have a look and see if I've got 4 ropes so we can check. I've got 3. Right, let me just nip into purchasing. Let me come out of here a second, go into market, go into materials. Any rope for sale? Nah, I'm out of luck. No rope. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Is what it is. So yeah, if I'd have had the rope, I could have upgraded it so you could have seen. But that is something I do need to do because obviously the size of your cargo is really. I mean, you can see I've already used a lot of slots, but it allows you to put it on. So anything you're carrying, you can reduce your weight, and it just the caravan's carrying it, and your caravan doesn't get stolen or anything like that, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so that's your caravan, and then you've got massive upgrades on that. You won't use them all because you're back and forward to the town. You don't really need to. So that was that. Market, weapon shop. So let me just press I. So I've got, if you look in the bottom left hand corner there, it says leather armor. Oh, it's a different character. Let's come back on the character again. I've got the wrong character on. If you wear one of these items, make sure. So look, I've got a merchant upper cloth, which gives me +1 to bargain. So if you look at my bargaining skills, it's gone up to, look at that, it's 15 because I've been buying and selling stuff that much. My skills gone up. It's probably one of my highest apart from smithing and pathfinding. So pathfinding allows you to find items on the floor, which is really handy. But yeah, so if you can, like when I go fighting, I usually swap these back over, obviously. But while I'm in this mode, I want to save money. And if you're on a different character, you don't get that discount that you get on this character, which is really important to understand. So what it allows you to do is buy items and sell them. So I'm not going to make a try. There's no point in me buying anything just for the sake of it. I'm just going to be wasting money. You can see I've got 4 gold and 16 silver down here, which I've accumulated playing around for the last week or so. But yeah, you can get a major discount. It tells you at the bottom here, your sell price is 40% better and your buy price is 85. Whereas when you start, it's 96 or 97 or something. So you can see there. So if I swap characters now, I'm sure that'll change. Let me just swap over. Oh, it hasn't changed. That's ironic. But when I've sold stuff, I've lost money on it. I know. So yeah, it's kind of weird. But anyway, it was worth a look. So yeah, so that's the weapon. Then you can obviously buy, and as you'll notice, I've got loads. I bought these every time there's a green tick, which is a great touch in this game. So you know you're not gonna have to waste money buying it again. But you can buy it and you can pass it to one of your other characters and let them learn if you want. But there's no point because you're just going to do it all yourself. So it's a waste of coin really. So that's your armor shop. Ornament shop is obviously your rings and necklaces and blah blah. And occasionally you get other stuff. This is where I bought the the actual chest items so I could bargain. So I bought it here. I bought it for a reduced price, which was even better. Alchemy. So you can see I've not bothered learning these because I'm so far behind at the moment. Although I do need to start buying some of these, but I will do later on down. There's no point in buying them at the moment because I haven't got the ingredients for it, but I will do eventually. Material shop. This is where you buy your coal from or anything else that you need, like rope. Oh, there's no rope here, but there's a torch as well. So that gives you damage against fairy and orcs. There's better weapons to do that. That's what I was talking about before. If you've got a two-handed weapon and you've got damage for orc on it, and then you're fighting orcs, you want to swap over weapon. That's how to be doing that. And then finally, food. Again, you can buy recipes. Look at that. King's Banquet. Look at that, eh? So you get 10 vigor, 10 satiety, 10 health, and 10 morale back. And it costs 10 to eat. That's 10 silver gone. I mean, if I sell that, if I buy it and then sell it back, I'll get about 7 back for it instead of 10. But you can see what the ingredients are. It tells you. So if you want to make them yourself and you've got the recipe, You have to buy recipes. I've not seen any in any chests, unfortunately. I think they missed a trick there. It would be great because some of the chests are a little bit disappointing. But I think that's purely because I'm playing the game on an easier mode. If I was playing it on normal, I'm sure there'd be higher tier stuff because a lot of the tier stuff I've been getting has been pretty poor, to be fair. So that's the market thing. Then we've got a mercenary. This is where you have to qualify. So I can't do the A quest yet because I don't meet the needs for that. But I've only just started with the B. So there you go. It tells you, you can see the increase on the currency, but also how much favor you get, which I think is cool. Then you've got the warehouse, which is where you can dump your own stuff. So you can see I've got loads of stuff on the go here that I've just been keeping. In fact, I need to get rid of that because I've got one of them as well. There's no point in me having two of them in here. It's pointless. What's the stats on it? 1 agility, and what's the stats on that? 1 strength. So yeah, that's just sat wasting time. I'm also going to sell that as well. That's not going to get used. I kept this in case I got a mage, but I haven't come across a mage yet, unfortunately. So it is what it is. But I've got a two-handed as well in case I find a decent two-handed person. Hence why I've saved that. But I haven't found anybody of any level which will benefit me, to be fair. So these are all local as well. So you can only open them in Stirrup or Braille, wherever you are. But you can transfer things out of your cargo into here as well. So you've got 2 lots of space, if you like. So it's pretty cool, to be fair. So yeah, so doctor. So if you've got any injuries, you can repair yourself here. There's also a doctor thing in the caravan. You can get one of them. And then obviously cooking. You can see it tells you what your skill is on. My cooking is a lot better than 2. That's moving. Alchemy. And obviously smithing. And if you've got any materials, it tells you here that you've got them. And if you click on, it tells you then what your skill is. So if you look, it says I've got a smithing of 16. So these are all the recipes that I bought. So if you've got the components, you can make them. Said I've done on my first video, I think I showed me combining something. This is the way to make money in here, guys. You make shitloads of money when you make items in here. It's pretty cool. And I bought material things as well. So copper. This is how I'm skilled up because I've been combining all this stuff all the time. You don't need repair kits because you're not going to use them on the easier mode. But on the middle one, if you choose the middle one, you will have to buy your own repair kits or make your own repair kits to repair because your items will get mashed when you get killed. It's crazy. So yeah, that's the crafting system. It's pretty straightforward. It's not difficult. Like I say, if you click on something, it does actually tell you what. So you can see I'm a 6 at cooking, and if I click on an alchemy one, it'll tell me that I'm 3 at alchemy. So you know what you can make. So I'm making green items at the moment. Soon I'll be making blue, and that'll increase my skill quicker. So that's the crafting. Carriage means that you can use you can get transferred by a carriage from one place to another quickly to save you doing it and getting any damage. So I can go to Bree or to Greentown for 10 and 10. I'd just rather go there myself, to be honest, and fight. This one here's got a shop, so if you've got any captives, like I can carry captives in my caravan, so I can buy and sell them and then get rid of them or whatever. But this one here, you've got a different one in each town. So if I go to another town, let me quickly, where's my next quickest town? Let me have a look just to show you guys. So let's go to Greentown. Let's just see if there's anything to take to Greentown before we go. Let's see if I've got a mission I can take to Greentown. That isn't Goblin Village. No, I've got nothing I can take. What's this here? Nope, stolen. So there's nothing. I'll just drive over there quick. We'll just have a walk over, and on the way down, we'll also must remember to swap things out. Just let me put my shirt back on in case we get jumped. Also, if you wanna, you can go up to a merchant and click on a merchant, and you can buy and sell stuff. So if you're carrying stuff around and you don't want to go to a village, so yeah, click on them, and then if there's anything that you see you want to buy, you can just buy it, or you can just sell it. So let me put that on, equip. Let me sell this. So he'll give me 160 for that. I'm just going to sell it because I'm just trying to reduce the weight. I'm more concerned about that. And then equip, don't sell it because you'll end up losing your armor. So yeah. And you'll see items on the floor that you can pick up, which will help you with your crafting. And they do stand out, especially in the daytime. You can see them. At night time, they're a bit more difficult to see, but you can see them. Let me just increase his speed. It's a little bit crappy, isn't it? Oh, there's a fight here. A bandit leader. Let's see if we can just put it on pause a minute. I don't really want to fight. I want to show you guys, so I don't want to fight. So we're just going to ignore it. We can fight at any time. So let's just get down here. Oh, I've not seen a necromancer before. Ooh, you know what, guys? I'm going to fight this necromancer. I've not seen a necromancer, and it's an apprentice, so I'm just going to see what it's like. Oh, dark mage and a knight. This is going to be interesting. Level 13, though, not really interesting. I think we should be able to handle these. But, yeah. Very interesting indeed. So, an apprentice. A dark mage. Oh, we've got to go for the dark knight first. Maybe not. Let's take the small ones out first, because they're going to be dangerous. So, yeah, let's go. Look at that armor, man. It looks cool, doesn't it? Oh, we've got a few. Right, I want to snuff her out straight away. Just massacring them. The Dark Knight is really a problem here. He's really a problem. He's dead. That was pretty easy, wasn't it? And they're all dead. Let's see what we loot. Oh, that wasn't bad, was it? That's a nice staff, isn't it? Look at that crit damage, cooldown. That's pretty cool, to be fair. An epic staff. Crit damage 10, cooldown reduction 5, human damage, elf damage, and animal damage. That's pretty wicked. Yeah, that's not so bad. That's just junk, but it's trash for 25 silver. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that was worth a quick visit. Let's get back down to this town now because I want to show you the town. Just want to get this done and dusted for you guys. We're going to get attacked here. I can ignore them. Ignore them. I don't want to fight them. I want to get to the town quick. Let someone else deal with it. I want to show you the functions in this town. So if we look here, we've got green leaves. So that's a dirty shop. So you can buy stuff here. So if you want to buy lockpicks, these have been stolen and sold. They've been he's bought them at a knockout price. So yeah, I think it's really cool. And what's this? Oh, epic trash. Why would you want to buy that? So yeah, and you can fence stuff off to this guy as well. You know what I mean? So it is pretty cool, to be fair. In fact, let me just see what I'll get for. Let's check this out. I've never done this before, so let's see what he'll give me. He'll give me 9 for that. So let's not sell it to him. Let's return and go to the shop, and go to the material shop and see what this guy will give me for that. Oh, he'll give me 9. So it's the same price. So there's no benefit really. Let me just check. I've got my guy. So it's cool. Yeah. So didn't really get anything spectacular, but we'll have that coal because we do want the coal all the time. I've started collecting bits like this blue stuff all the time. Don't mind paying for it because it's like got so much money now. I don't know what to do with it. I believe that Elven Wood is part of a quest as well. That's a lot of money though. I don't need to buy that yet, but I'll keep my eye on that. Yeah, so food shop. So you can see you get different stuff in different places, which is cool. Alchemy. I've already got that. You can see I've bought it once already. I'm just buying the permanent potions because with permanent potions you can make a permanent potion and you can increase your stat permanent, which is great. I think it's a fantastic idea. So yeah, let's see if there's anything worth buying in here. So yeah, there's nothing worth buying here. There's nothing to get excited about. I'm looking for a +2 bargain shirt so I can increase because you can see, look, this place sell prices and 86. Can't remember what it was on the other one. Sure, you guys can tell by going back, but I think it was 40, 80 something. So yeah, each place is different. Oh, hello, what's this? Recipe for armor, lower refine. I'm going to buy that. So we're going to learn it quick and then sell it. That's how easy that is, guys. Pair of legs here, crit damage, medium. Yeah, I don't really want them. They're 2. That's a lot of money for them. Can make a pair of them myself. So that's the armor. We'll have a look at the weapons. I'm not making weapons, so I've not really been looking. If I was going to buy anything, it would be for a shield, and yeah, I've not seen too many of them about. I certainly haven't seen any belt recipes either, which is a bit of disappointment. And again, so you can buy. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Rope. Let me see if I can buy some rope from that material shop. Hasn't got any. Story in my life. Oh well, never mind. So that's it, guys. Basically, let's have a look at the tavern here and see what these other recruits look like, so you can see the difference from the different areas. So here we've got a human, one-handed, gladiator, duelist, kindly face, quick learner, nothing to get excited about. Costs you 90 silver to buy and 2 a week to look after. That's I've not seen it. That's the first time I've seen a brute man. Duelist, commander, theft, dual weapons, so we could use daggers. Melee damage increased by 20% while health is under 30. Was it 30? Under 20 even? No. Under 30 was correct. Defensive and diligent. Human male. Cooldown SP. That's stamina. Cruel. Gets morale when he kills people. I should have took that skill. He uses a shield. So he hasn't got a weapon skill. So yeah, you can still, like, he's got a 2-handed weapon on the back there, looks like. You can't turn around, unfortunately, which is a shame. It looks like a bow there, I don't know why. Oh, it might be one of my characters, actually. And then we've got a female human, level 4. What was he? He was level 4 too. So see, that's why I haven't recruited anybody else. This one uses a shield, defender and a rogue. So you can put a dagger in her hand. Diligent, quick learner, vulnerable, and brave. Brave, what does brave do? All right, okay. Yeah, so basically crap. And that's it, guys. So that's effectively how you use the map. It's pretty straightforward, really. Put that back on, knock that off, and then go to my cargo. Put that inside. I've got one of them anyway. I do actually want to keep all of that. I'm going to put that. You see, I've got some stuff for like looking at +2 int and willpower. That's pretty good for a thief. But the trouble with that is it's the hat and the legs together, or the body, I mean. So you can't wear a hat, so that's why it's got good stats. So don't be thrown by that. It's a T0 as well, so it's crap. So it means there's better stuff than this around. But it's the only one I've found up to now. But you can see some of the bits that I've got in here. Look, that's pretty cool for a finger wagger. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I better take that out of there. Actually, is that in my caravan? That's in my caravan. That's fine. I was thinking it was in the warehouse here. I don't think I've got anything in warehouse. No, I haven't put anything in here. So that's it, guys. That's it basically. That's how you use all these on the board, so you know how to use them. So I hope this has been useful to you guys. And a quick thank you for all the likes on my previous video. Do appreciate it. And if you've got any questions about the game, chuck it in below and I'll answer them as quick as I can. And enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. So I hope this has been a useful guide to you guys. It's far easier getting about doing it this way than what it is doing it the other way. Let me just have a look at my crafting here. I want a quick look at my smithy thing and see if I've got. I haven't got any. Let's have a look here quick. Let's make a helmet, but I haven't got any stuff for it. Never mind. So I'll catch you on my next video, guys. Cheeky Chap Gaming, keeping it simple, and have a fantastic weekend. Speak to you soon. Bye.